Hey guys, thank you so much for watching my channel again. I have a question for you. You know how we always say we want to be in relationships, we want great careers, we want all these things in our life, but are you ready for someone to challenge you? And it's funny. I mentioned all those things, but I really want to cut it down to something more personal. Because I feel like we're okay with challenges when it comes to work, our careers. We stand 10 toes down. But I feel like we don't put the same efforts into like our relationships. I don't feel like we are open to people challenging us. I don't feel like we're open to people saying, hey, I think in this way, you're a fucking asshole. We're not okay with people telling us we might be a fucking asshole. And it's like some people, well, the people that are okay with hearing that they are, they're kind of they're ignorant and small-minded in a way, because I feel like they're the type of people that's like, well, this is me. This is just me. This is me. This is me. If you don't like it, you don't have to be around me. Now that's fine, but my thing is, do you want to stay an asshole? Is that who you were created to be? If you were, by all means, stand on that title, stand your 10 toes down. But I feel like if you really think you are like a caring, giving person, kind in the community, upbuilding friends and family and things like that, and you're trying to date or in a relationship on a personal level, and that person's like, you're very nonchalant, you seem uncaring, you're an asshole, if that person is like that to you, but everyone else sees someone as a great person, it's because in your relationship, you're not given the same effort as you are into your professional life. And I feel like in the same manner that you want work to challenge you, you want it to be exciting, you want to be passionate about it, I feel like we need to do that more in our relationships. I feel like get that person that calls you out on your bullshit. Get that person that says, hey, matter of fact, you ain't all that. This is what I see you probably should work on with yourself. People, if you're into a career or sports or anything, music, your person can be your most critical ear. Other than yourself, who else would you trust in somebody that is very close to you, knows your passion, knows your heart, that is dear to you, that you could really trust their opinion? I mean, your thoughts on yourself comes first. Listen, what you think about yourself is higher than anybody else's opinion of you, okay? But let me say this, we all have something to work on. We all have some healing to do. We all have something that makes us um still in the process of learning and healing. If we think we know everything, we are ignorant, right? That's where the ignorant comes in. So we think we're super intelligent, which most of us are, especially now. But you feel like there's no input anyone can give you. And if you feel like there's someone that cannot give you any information, that cannot teach you anything, then you are in a lost place. Because this can be from a 6-year-old child to a 80, 90, 100-year-old man. This can be a man, this can be a woman. It doesn't matter what it is. But when you think you can only get advice from the bros, or you can only get advice from your girls, or you can only speak to one supportive counselor or mentor or whatever it is in your life, no, there's people you could meet every day that's like, okay, what's your impression of me? What do I give off? Because you may not even know that your energy is giving off something, that's really turning motherfuckers off. You think you the shit and you're not. Behind your back, it could be people saying shit like, they think they're cool, but then they're really not fucking cool. We can't stand this motherfucker. And that goes for men and women. It's like you never know. The woman might be like, here comes this bitch. And I mentioned this in one of my other videos, and I'm not going to hold you guys, but it's so important for us to, one, evaluate ourselves. Daily evaluation. Reflect on your day. See how you spoke to people. See how you treated people. I feel like you should first evaluate yourself, and then allow other people to come in and evaluate how they feel like you are as a person. This is only if you're really true to yourself and want to be true to yourself, and you honestly want to grow. You know, this shit is not a game. Like when you're in the process of growing and becoming a better person, there's steps, and all that truth is not gonna feel good. Some of it may feel like a, a punch to the gut. But if you're big enough, if if you the shit like you think you are, you can take the truth. Just like you would want, like we say, well, I say what I said. I tell them how I feel. Well, you should also be, excuse me, you should also be able to accept when people tell you how they feel about you. That's what makes you the shit. You know who the fuck you are, but when people come and say, hey, this shit about you, maybe you should, think about it. Or maybe you should, I don't know, people's practices, if they pray, they just need to go in a rest room and think about some shit that somebody said to them. But don't always be so reactive. Don't just be, who the fuck you? Do you know who the fuck I am? I'm the shit. I can say what the fuck I want. Just like you can say what the fuck you want, other people can to you as well. And that's where the disturbance comes in, because when we think we big shit, we think nobody can tell us our shit stink. But that's not growing. How are you going to be passed down generational wealth when you think it's just about getting $1 million? Your generation's going to spend that shit in a day or two. And it's like, what are you really passing on? Are you passing on knowledge of self? Are you passing, I mean, I hate to say knowledge of self like that, but knowledge of the finances, knowledge of the self, I mean, as where you got your wealth from, how you attained your wealth. It's not about, and transferred into another convo, but this is important as well. It's like we are passing on things, and it could be our attitudes. We think we pass on money and our kids are good. No, they got a fucked up attitude. Who the fuck is responsible for that? And even if you raise yourself, this is what I'm talking about. Find people in your circle that challenge you. Find people in your circle that are not fucking yes men. Find people like me. Find people that are truthful, honest with you, but everything comes from love. It comes from respect, and it comes from love. If it's not love, it comes from respect. It could be either or, but you want to surround your people who, they say, uplift you. Uplifting you could mean telling you some shit that you might not want to hear about yourself, and you take that shit. That's the bigger person. That's the growing person. That's the successful person. That's the intelligent person. That's all I want to drop. I know this video is a little bit longer than my videos longer are, but that was sitting on my heart, and I wanted to tell you guys this message really quickly and drop this video. So thank you guys for being patient with me. Thank you for letting me hold you, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.